Lacasera defies court order, fails to reabsorb, sacked 700 workers because there's no law in the zoo. People say, oh, we are going to court. We want to go to court. There is no law in the zoo. People don't actually appreciate what is going on. When you tell people that studying law in the zoo means you're wasting your time, they don't appreciate it. There is no law. That is why Buhari can wake up and determine who is going to be arrested. He can wake up one morning and say, I want to remove the president of the Senate. And that's it. That, as simple as that. Share every senator 11 million each to sack him. That is how the reason that there is no law in this. You don't go to court in a place where there is lawlessness, where they don't know what the law means. You can see them maybe wearing gown and wig. These are monkeys from Africa. They don't know anything. Their brains are empty. They know nothing. Lawyers go to court. Police can drum up charges against anybody, fabricate lies. A lawyer will go to court and cannot be able to free the people. The police are allowed to get away with impunity upon impunity, evil upon evil. That is why when they die, nobody mourns them. Nobody cares a police person who is dead. Some people say good riddance. I'm telling you, that is how evil they are. There is no law in the zoo. A court of law gave a ruling that a company should reabsorb workers, but of course, due to bribery and corruption and decay within the system, and also the people, the company is flouting the rule and telling them to go to hell. That is how sad things have become in the zoo. We are also reporting this very day that judges caught on camera in Ghana collecting bribe. It triggers an uproar in Ghana, but not in the zoo. In Ghana, you see, as poor as wretched as they are, at least they have a little bit, tiny bit of conscience. They can do something, they can react. But in the zoo, if you're a judge and you don't take bribe, you're not a human being. Bribery is what tells them that you are alive and that you're kicking, that you're a human being. Judges caught, it's black. I told you about black people, didn't I? These are black. That is why Biafra can never resemble any black country. Heaven forbid. I say Chukwu Abiyama forbid that we, after going through all this pain and suffering, Biafra land will become like any other useless black African country. Is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Judges are caught on camera in Ghana collecting bribe. Why don't you go to court? Please go to court. Black people don't know the meaning of white man's judicial system. Instead, they envelop it with fraud and with corruption. Fraud and corruption. That is because the mind of a black person in Africa is fraudulent and corrupt. That is why we are predisposed to evil. That is why Africa is not developed. Because people do not reason very well. I keep telling them, you don't reason like human beings. Why are judges collecting bribe in Ghana? In the zoo, they are, in fact, if you don't bring bribe to the court, the judge will even order, give a bench warrant for you to be detained. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. We continue with reporting. The restriction on vehicular movements will be observed during the Eid al-Kabir celebrations throughout the state. All movements using vehicles, bicycles, and animals like horses, camels, and donkeys in Maiduguri will be restricted as from Wednesday, 5 p.m., 23rd of September, 2015. Because those are the means through which they convey bombs and weapons, and they are scared. They said they have won the war on terrorism. All of a sudden, they are also very scared. 7 days after the National Industrial Action ruling, the management of Lacasera Company PLC has yet to comply with the order to recall the sacked 700 workers. Mr. Mike Olarenwaju, the head of Education Department, National Union of Food and Beverage and Tobacco Employees, confirmed to newsmen that the management had yet to recall the sacked workers as directed by the court, because nobody obeys the court in the zoo. What is the court in the zoo? It means nothing. It means where people go about and bribe each other and just come away with nothing. Even in Ghana, their corruption is now also escalating. Why? They found oil. Why? Because an Awusa man, Dramani Mahama, is in charge. I'll remove the word John. His name is not John. His name is Dramani Mahama. He's an Awusa man. He's in charge. There is oil. The British loves Awusa Fulani. To anywhere they find oil, they make sure in West Africa, Awusa Fulani man is in charge, so that way they can take as much oil as possible. Some Ghanaian judges are presently faced the wrath of the people because some of them were caught on camera taking bribes. According to AFP, Hundreds of angry Ghanaians. That's why these people are very, very good, you know. Ghanaians can come out to protest, but in the zoo, they just open fire. They have in one voice thrown out to see the public screening of a long-awaited video capturing judges and court officials allegedly taking bribes. Earlier in the month, the news came out with 22 circuit judges and magistrates affected. They were said to have tried to disrupt the broadcast of the video, but all attempts failed, and the footage lasting several hours was finally shown on Tuesday evening, September 22nd in Accra. The video was put together by an investigative journalist who has written a petition to the Ghanaian president, Dramani Mahama, to remove the judges. Investigative journal. In the zoo, they just sit in the office. Oh, guy, where is your brown envelope now? Which news you want today? They'll just write, oh, Atiku said everybody should stop hating. Is that news? Go and investigate who shot dead 3 indigenous people of Biafra on the 30th of August. Go and investigate how come Willie Obiano took delivery of live ammunition, arms, to government house at Oka. Find out how come police are going about harassing people. For actually journalists, not sitting in your office and collecting money. Useless people.